We all die sooner or later. We have been taking for granted the idea that we will be buried in a grave after death. Our organization, Grave-Free Promotion Society of Japan, has defeated this preconceived idea by reviving the ancient Japanese traditions and practicing Shizenso. What is Shizenso? Shizenso is a natural, environmentally beneficial way of treating the remains of the deceased. It means returning the cremated ashes, after powdering the bones, back to nature, to oceans, to mountains, to rivers, and to the sky, instead of placing them in a grave. In a more narrow sense of the word, Shizenso is considered equivalent to scattering ashes. Shizenso has been traditionally practiced all over the world for centuries. It has been widely practiced in the West, as well as in many Muslim countries. The aerial burials done in Tibet and in the Andes in South America, as well as the water burial in India, are also considered as Shizenso. We believe that our bodies are an inseparable part of the ocean, of the earth, and of the sky. Returning the remains to the nature increases the balance of energy in the universe. When a person dies, the body wants to go back to Mother Nature, which is the origin of all life. We hope that the deceased scattered in the nature will find a peaceful return to their universal home, flying forward like the thousand winds that blow over waters and run freely in the wide open sky, or sleeping silently in the peaceful woods. Having these prayers in our hearts, our organization has been stretching the civic movement for 20 years. But how has Shizenso been done in Japan? And how have graves been treated? Ancient aristocracy created huge tombs, like Nintokuryo, while ordinary people's remains were to be weather-beaten in nature. Since the introduction of Buddhism in the Asuka period, cremation gradually spread among the aristocracy. Manyoshu, Japan's oldest songbook compiled during the Nara period, contains a lament that reads, "The ashes of my sweetheart scattered in the mountain were dispersed like beads." Tokugawa shogunate forced people to become parishioners of a temple as part of his policy to prohibit Christianity. In addition, the government, during the Meiji period, encouraged burial in graves in order to establish a family system and forbade the burial of remains in places other than a graveyard. Nakae Chomin, a leader of the people's rights movement during the Meiji period, was one of the precursors who advocated that graves are unnecessary. Yanagida Kunio, the titan of Japanese folklore, admonished that our archipelago would be covered with graves if we keep on making graves. Our organization was inaugurated in February 1991. In those days, it was believed that scattering ashes is illegal. We defeated this belief and forcefully claimed it as legal under the law. In the autumn of 1991, we conducted our first Shizenso at the Sea of Sagami, and the government supported its validity. Since then, Shizenso, as a burial practice, and our organization, as a promoter of that idea, were widely accepted by society. We commemorate that year as the first year of Shizenso. After 20 years of its foundation, our movement is pleased to enjoy the wide support by the Japanese society. The practice of Shizenso has been executed nationwide, from Hokkaido to Okinawa. In other instances, overseas Shizenso was performed at the Ganges River in India, Hawaii in the US, Gobi Desert in Mongolia, at Dunhuang, at Langdongding, at Yulijiang River, at Yangtze River in China. Now in Japan there are two methods after cremation. One is to put ashes in the grave, the other is to scatter ashes in the nature. However, there is a legislation regarding putting ashes in the grave only. We should de-establish this outdated legislation in order to enact a fundamental law to positively allow shizenso. It is essential to have a reliable citizen movement to fulfill this challenge. We are convinced that our grave-free promotion society should carry this burden on our shoulders until the goal is achieved. With the help of the supporters and members, this journey of freedom will become much easier. If you want to know more about our organization, please call us. We are more than happy to send you an introductory brochure immediately for free. Our phone number in Tokyo is 03-5684-2671. We can receive your calls from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m., except on weekends and on national holidays. Also, please visit our website at www.shizenso.net. You can also do a search for Shizenso or Grave-Free Promotion Society of Japan. You can obtain our materials and membership forms on our website.